What's up, everybody? And I always turn it off right at the touchdown, right at the one thing. And I know that you're gonna bitch about it again. You're gonna cry again that it's always showing everything except Eagles highlights.
So you mean to tell me in that 1 hour and 45-minute intro, a team that started 1-4-1, 1-4-1, three times, 1-4-1, three times. I call BS.
You know what? Though we were in first place. We were in first place at that time.
Keith, am I wrong? 1-4-1, only three lowlights.
How many games did you win in that? How many games did you win?
That's no. We are in there multiple times.
Right. Well, actually,
what I'm saying,
you guys were in there and scored a couple touchdowns in there. You had the one where he tripped and fell over his own feet. You know what I mean? Against the Eagles. That was actually against the Eagles.
Which we scored on that drive. Which we did score on that drive. No.
They didn't show the touchdown.
And you didn't show that touchdown that he ended up scoring when we played y'all again. All I'm saying, I
didn't make this video. I didn't make it.
I want that person's email. I'm gonna write a letter. I'm writing a letter.
The only bad publicity is no publicity. So
right. Well, and you guys did so many bad things in the first half of the season that it just had to show. You know what I mean? That was what happened. It just was showing all over the place. But
you went 1-4-1. I'm sure you did.
And what did you guys? What were you guys?
We are in there. You are not.
All right. Well, I didn't make the video. Talk to the producer. Find it on YouTube and let the producer know that you are unhappy with how that video was shown. End of story.
Will do.
So, anyways, everybody, welcome to the NFC East show. We are here streaming live on Zodiac TV, Northeast Streaming Sports, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And pretty soon, obviously, you see we're missing one. He'll be here shortly. He's a Hall of Fame fan, and he has Hall of Fame duties that he had to attend to. So,
what was the acronym? What was the acronym? I don't understand what that was.
The PFUFA. It's the Professional Football something Fans of America.
Wait. Did he actually make the Hall of Fame?
Well, it's the Hall of Fame group. PFUFA is like it's like the super fan group. You have to be selected. There is, typically there's about 24 people each year that get selected, and then out of that 24, usually about 10 finally make it through, and you get a chip, and then you're known. As in the PFUFA. Those people have gone above and beyond for their teams and the NFL to prove that they are, worthy of that distinction.
Well, I just want to know why am I not worthy, Mikey? Am I invisible? What am I doing here, Mikey?
Well, I mean. So you have to do a lot of charity work. It's really
no. I'm talking about Mikey's comment. It says, "Hi, True Blue, Jamie Keith."
Oh, Mickey.
Oh, Mickey. I'm sorry,
Mickey.
Well, hi, Mickey.
Mickey's a Seattle fan, anyway. So
he is, yeah.
He goes all the way back in Seattle. He is a diehard Seahawks fan. Soon to be Kraken fan.
Because we shocked the world. So we shocked the world last year. Is that why he didn't want to say hi, Sneaky? I mean, is that what it is?
Shocked the world.
Yeah, we beat him 12-17 last year.
Oh, that's true. You did, but I wouldn't call it shocking the world. I mean, they got one player.
Well, we shocked the world. Let's face it. That's the only shock the world we had. So let me have my moment, Keith. Let me have my moment.
Well, you did beat the Cowboys. That was a shock.
Yeah. All right, Mikey, we're good. We're friends now, Mikey. We're good. Thank you. No need to apologize, Mickey. I'm sorry, Mickey. I'm sorry, Mickey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mickey.
Yeah, well, he called you Squeaky, so.
Oh yeah.
Don't be stealing my act there, Mickey. Jeez.
We'll call it even. We'll call it
I
even.
think I called him Stinky anyway, so I don't know.
So
Squeaky,
I want to jump right in and talk about this Richard Sherman deal.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Not
a good look. Not a good
look. How are you? What is it? He can't be talking about me.
Are you happy, baby?
Yes, I am. Hey, whatever it takes, shit, I'll take it. Whatever it takes. You know, hey, I'm a grown man. I've been through a lot of crap. Shit, that don't hurt me. I had to let it be known, because if I don't bring it up, you'll never know.
Exactly. So actually, I only because I don't know much about the story. Tell me what happened. Like I'm now getting dribs and drabs.
So apparently, he broke into his in-laws' house early morning, late evening. Reports is that I don't know if he left the scene. Something. I mean, I heard it on the news very briefly.
Well, I think there's multiple pieces to the story. Before this incident, he's got a potential DUI hanging over his head and leaving the scene of an accident, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Then yesterday there was this incident where he was trying to get into his in-laws, and I think his still wife, I think they may be estranged, but I think they're still married, called 911 and said he was threatening to hang himself and sending texts to people saying, I'm going to hang myself. And she asked for police assistance.
And
he arrested him for the breaking and entering and such.
And is he held without bond or something?
That I don't know.
Oh, okay. But he's over in Renton right now, I think. I think he's still held in Renton.
They might be holding him for his own safety if he was threatening to hurt himself, so.
Yeah, so it's a pretty interesting case. I was leaving. We have a place out here called Boomer Jacks. I was at Boomer Jacks for lunch, and I was walking out, and I saw it, and we were actually running a little late from lunch, and I was like, I had to take a double take to read and I wanted to hear the report, but I didn't have a chance to. So, of course, when I heard burglary and domestic violence, I'm thinking he broke into his ex-wife's house and but that wasn't the case though. That wasn't the case.
I'm guessing she must have been staying with her parents or something, and he was trying to break in there.
Oh, bond was at least initially denied. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Might be for his own safety too. Who knows?
Yeah.
So the Eagles were looking at him as possibly being a guy. So I guess that taking that off the table.
I would say his NFL career might be over now. I don't know. But
no, I think now he's probably a Dallas Cowboy.
Well, that's possible too.
Or a Raider. Or a Raider.
Or a Raven, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. So
they do like to hire those types as well.
Yeah, and speaking of that, is Earl Thomas signed? Because I heard him and his brother are a dynamic duo. I mean, they're a tough team together.
There's a lot. I mean, what's in the water up there, Mickey, in Seattle? I don't know. There's a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Although he wasn't in Seattle anymore, wasn't he in San Francisco?
Yeah, but this happened in the state of Washington, I believe.
It did. Yeah, it did actually. And Mickey, no, he will not go to the Giants. And for the record, if you're gonna clown my Giants, it's GIANTS. Just want to help you out, brother. Just want to help you out. I don't know if the comments have spell check. We should.
They do not. I can tell you they do not.
We should talk. We should talk to. And it's twice you did it too. But I wasn't gonna say nothing the first time. But Don't worry. I will say this: I did not win a spelling bee contest in my lifetime, so
Yeah.
I have no defense in mind.
And we
But
only see it on your shirt. So
well,
I mean,
but
you do have it, and it is
well,
in big letters because I mean, obviously, you know.
well, I mean, plus I've been a Giants fan for so long, and I think I should at least get that right. I mean, but for years I've been spelling, egals, lowercase e, capital GALS, for the longest time. But
So speaking
That's
of the
because we
Eagles,
stomp you all the time. We stomp you all the
right,
time.
well, some guys do get into that. I'm just saying.
speaking of the Eagles, I would like to get Jamie's take on Michael Robinson from the NFL Network's comments about unnamed Eagles, talking about their new head coach and how he's just a puppet and blah, blah, blah. I know that Lane Johnson stood up for his coach.
He did. He did stand up for his coach.
What-
It's interesting. There was right where I'm at right now. There was a podcast here last night with Hollis Thomas and Lito Shepherd. Both were Eagles, and they were actually doing a podcast literally on the same table that I'm doing my podcast on right now. And they mentioned it, that they were saying that the unnamed sources, when you start having that happen, that is somebody leaking stuff in the locker room. Like literally leaking stuff in the locker room. That person is probably not going to make the team, has already been kind of started to get pushed out the door some, and that it's likely that they're starting to bap and bap and bap.
Do you have a
to
person
try
in
to
mind?
get. No, I don't have a person in mind. I don't know exactly what's going on, and they didn't really have one either. They are saying though that ultimately what happens from a player's perspective is that when you start having these types of things happen in the locker room, that you start paying attention to who's talking to reporters and whether the reporter is got the microphone up or down. And that's a big deal, actually. So if the microphone is down and they're just talking arbitrarily to a reporter, they start to get a little bit of a bad rap, And they also said that you talking to female reporters is not necessarily a good thing. That they do not, they feel that sometimes you're talking to a female reporter and that gets leaked to that she's not really doing any of the reporting. She may be like a small paper, but that's just a decoy.
Mm-hmm.
That they are spilling, that girls can sometimes get stuff out of guys that, and that's a decoy from another reporter.
Yeah.
But
I don't know exactly what's happening.
Well, it's got to
My
be a good
take
thing
is-
one of the leaders of the team speaks up for him. I mean, right? I mean,
well, I mean, it might be okay. Yeah, it's always good for someone speaking up for anybody, not just the coach, especially a rookie coach. But let's just say for shits and giggles, if you will, that it is, say, a coach or a player in a leadership role that is like rolling their eyes. Let's say it's a veteran player that's trying to, that came to the Eagles trying to win a ring came after the 2017 season, realizing they're rebuilding, came over here because of the success they had in 2017. Look who they put in place, saw the misery and the lie that they came with last year, and they saw the coach that they put in place, and then now they got the eye rolling, and now they're divulging information that they shouldn't be giving out. Maybe that's the case. That's the case too. Maybe it's not a disgruntled employee. Maybe it's somebody in place that's giving some good, solid information.
Wouldn't that make him a disgruntled employee if he's given that type of information?
Well,
So that's really.
But then you'd think that it's Gunther Beloit, like you said, is on the way out, but maybe this person is not on the way out.
Maybe.
You know, we don't know. That's what I'm trying to get at.
No, because if they find out who it is, I bet you he's out.
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah, that goes without saying. That goes without saying.
You can't, one thing you can't have, especially as a rookie coach, is a divided locker room. So they have to weed these guys out and get rid of them. You're right.
I'm thinking it's more of a plant.
Yeah.
Just my opinion. Like it takes nothing. It takes nothing for somebody to say something, oh, that this is what's going on, and it have nothing to do with that they're trying to create a media story where there isn't one.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I hate stories anyway, and I only bring it up because it's a story that is relevant to this show, right? But I hate stories that are use unnamed players.
Right, right.
Give me a name or
and you know what? All right, let me play devil's advocate. What if it's someone that a writer that just made up the story?
It could be.
Let's. I mean, that could be that too.
Yeah, give me a name.
Yeah. Now I want to shift gears real quick. Did anybody watch the McGregor fight this past weekend?
I saw him I saw him in his leg in a splint or something. After that's all I saw.
I saw the highlights of.
I watched the
fight.
whole thing.
So give me your take.
So it started off. Started off fairly even. At one point, it looked like McGregor could have had him in a chokehold, and he got out, and Poirier got out of it. Once Poirier got out of it, and he was on the ground, McGregor was getting beat. He was getting beat, but obviously McGregor was going for the leg, doing the leg sweeps and stuff like that, and actually connecting with him, and then he got stopped. Poirier stopped one, and he pointed at the leg. He's like, "That's broken, that's broken." Yeah. And you could kind of tell a little bit, and then he tried to do something else, step back on it, and oops.
You could almost hear it. You could almost hear it when McGregor kicked it and he checked it. You could hear that. You could hear that pop.
Yep.
It was different than when a normal kick lands.
Yep. And that's what he said. He pointed to it. Poirier pointed to it. He's like, "That's broken." And he tried to do it one more time, and of course, then he's saying he's going to kill his family in his sleep and stuff like that. And,
that's what I was going to get at. Wasn't there? I caught a little of Sneaky show I don't know if it was last night or Monday night that you were talking about some controversy after the fight. Is that what the?
Yeah, he was talking about he got his wife's number in his DMs.
So
I mean,
that is true. So it absolutely was. His wife did DM him. He never showed what he wrote because she was writing how much of a scumbag he is for saying some of the stuff that he was trying to do. He was bringing his wife involved and shit like that. She's like, "What are you, some type of asshole?" It's like, so that's why he never showed what was written. He just showed that she was in the DM. So it's and I'm gonna kill you and your wife in your sleep type stuff. Like, really, dude. You know what? You used to be something. Stick to making really bad whiskey that nobody drinks. All right, there, dummy. All right, there, dumb.
I actually kind of like this whiskey.
I don't.
It figures because losers like loser stuff.
hey, no, it's cheap, and I'm cheap, so that's why
I don't follow the sport that closely, but I know Conor McGregor obviously and his story, and it's starting to feel like his 15 minutes are up. Is that an inaccurate feeling on my part here?
Well, it was definitely a bad look for him.
Well, to be fair, McGregor, the smack talking that McGregor does, that's part of McGregor. That's his game. So if he loses, just imagine if Ali stopped talking smack in his heyday.
I'm not even talking
I mean,
about
it's like,
that, though,
well, no, I'm not either. But I'm saying that's
Yeah.
part of that's his persona. That's what he
Yeah.
does. So when he's defeated, when he's on the ground, when he's
Yeah.
or when he's talking about his wife and all that, that's just him. But to me, when your leg is broke, just be like, when he said this isn't over, leave it at that. Because your leg is broke. There's nothing. I mean, Thomas says it best. He's out for a year. He's done. You're not gonna kill anybody anytime soon.
Right.
And if you are, I'm sure I can get to you before you're gonna get to anybody first. And that's not saying much.
Has he been as big a deal since the whole Merriweather fiasco?
No, that's and here's the truth of the matter is that he blew that money because he cheated on his girlfriend who helped him out throughout everything. You know what I mean? That's the reason why he blew all that money on a cheap whiskey that stinks out loud that nobody drinks except Sneaky G.
Sneaky's drinking right now, I think. I'm pretty sure.
No, this is bourbon. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
my brother actually bought this bourbon, so it's quite expensive. So yeah.
That's an $8 bottle.
$8.50.
Wow. Yeah, you gotta give it that extra little bit of.
Is that for what is that for a pint, a gallon, or a 50-gallon drum? What is it?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I mean, literally. So first off, when you make $100 million, the fight's out of me. I'm done. I don't want to get punched in the face anymore.
Right.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But
someone's not peeing next to you, is there?
No, I got a motorcycle that just pulled up.
Oh, okay. I just think I'm not going to say McGregor's done, but from what I'm hearing from my guys, that whoever was going to win this fight, they were fighting for the championship. This was a world title contending fight, and apparently McGregor lost his shot again. I don't want to say he's done. I think he has one more fight left in him. And then after that, maybe another one if he wins his next shot. But then after that, maybe it's time to hang it up.
How old is he? These guys take a lot of abuse, man. How long can you go?
I don't know how old McGregor is, to be honest. I'm not sure.
I feel like he's not a young guy.
I think
no, but he can't be
33, 34.
Yeah, he's not. He's nowhere near his 40s. I know that.
Well, that's not old for MMA guy who's been taking punches in every part of his body for the last 20 years, 15 years.
Yeah, but lately he hasn't been fighting as much as he used to.
They fight more than boxers, right? The MMA guys, they fight more often.
You would think. You would think.
Seems like they do, at least following from afar. But
right. Well, and they were saying that Dak was probably the one that was cringing the most. Dak
really? Wait, his injury?
Yeah.
Well, and I want to throw this out there too, since we're talking about. I'm not a big fan of Stephen A. Smith.
Ugh.
And the fact that he brought up the listen, I don't know about you guys, but I'm doing this for free. Someday I hope I can make the big bucks like you two. Okay. But if someone is making 12,
I'm not making Stephen A. Smith.
Well, I'm just saying, for someone who's making $12 million a year,
he's the highest paid reporter on ESPN.
So you would think that you're paid to think before you speak. Is that a fair assessment? If a company is paying you $12 million to talk, you're paid to think before you speak.
No, actually, that's not true. That's not true. And I'll tell you why. Because he gets paid $12 million because he can speak off the cuff, and because he's able to speak off the cuff, and you get hot takes from him all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're worthy, sometimes they're not worthy. This one happened to specifically be somewhat offensive in some regards, I guess. I didn't find it even offensive. I thought that he was speaking a level of truth. It didn't come out properly. It became.
Yeah, people get offended too easily by everything. I feel, but
okay.
it's more stupid than offensive to me. Why say it? You don't need to say it.
So I only heard bits of it, but let me hear your take of it, guys.
So what he and I'm gonna play. I'm not gonna say it verbatim, but what he said kind of was that baseball is suffering because Ohtani does not speak English and that he has to speak through an interpreter. And the reason why they can't use him as a there we go. And the reason why they can't use him. What's up, True Blue? And the reason why they can't use him as an icon right now and that he's not selling the jerseys and everything is because he has to speak through an interpreter. And they don't understand what he's saying, and that baseball should wake up and try to make it so that this guy can be more fan friendly in the United States.
How many jerseys did they sell for Ichiro? He didn't speak any English. It's a stupid thing to say. It's not irrelevant. I mean, fans are going to buy it. They don't care if he speaks English.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
I think Ichiro one year had close to the highest selling jersey in Major League Baseball for a lot of years he was here. Ichiro, sorry.
Right.
Yep.
I can't speak intelligently one way or another. Hey, Mario, how you doing? We are live in Sydney, Australia.
All right, Mario.
All right, we going global. That's what I'm talking about.
What's going
Mario
on?
is a big Eagles fan. He's a big Eagles fan. Comes up for an Eagles game once a year. Definitely make sure he finds me when he's here. So
good eye, Mike. Good eye, Mike. Hey, and I know for a fact you do not say put a shrimp on the Barbie. So Mario, I am not saying that. Even though I said it, I'm saying in the contents of telling everybody you do not say it.
How about that's not a knife? Can you say that's not a knife? This is a knife.
I don't know. You might be able to say that.
I was Crocodile Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee.
That might have been a little
Yes.
before your time there, Squeaky.
Oh, Squeaky, right?
Oh no! I don't know. True Blue, he must be talking to you because I don't know anybody. I need Squeaky here. But no, I think Matter of fact, I was there when I was in Seattle when Ichiro was there.
Yeah.
I remember when Nomo was it Kadeki Nomo for the Dodgers. Yeah, was at the with the Dodgers.
No
and
Fernando Valenzuela.
Yeah, yes. And who was the one with the Yankees that was on the 09 World Series?
Matsui.
Yes. I mean,
Matsui.
Yes. So I'm going to say this again.
None of them spoke any English.
I'm going to tell you right now, Stephen A. That's BS. To an extent, I'll agree with you with, the certain hot takes that he take, but on this occasion, he's wrong. I think and Keith, I agree with you that we are a little too sensitive. We do get offended too easy. I'm not so much offended by what he said, but I'm offended that this man is making $12 million a year saying stuff like this, and he's just not thinking before he speaks. I
don't think he's that. I don't think he's even that well versed in the things he speaks on.
I mean, he says big words. Like blasphemous. I mean, hell, I say big words. Behoove. Where's my check?
That's only 2 syllables, by the way.
But still, that's a big word. Don't ask me to spell it, because then I have Mickey with a spelling bee contest book, with a ding waiting for me to misspell it. So
Good old spell check.
Oh
Hey,
God.
well,
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
so
Mickey, about
they did an
these
interview
attitudes.
with him. They did do an interview with Otani where he did speak English. You want to know what he said?
Thank
Everybody
you for
here
the
knows how I feel about this country.
Oh, I wish he would.
Oh man,
I wish he would.
That is never going old. That is never getting old.
never gonna get old.
I'm getting all the mileage I can off of that story.
that is awesome.
I know damn well Brady did not say that. I know damn well.
No way.
So,
I,
so True Blue. Now that you're back, we were talking a little bit about the PFUFA, and the first question I got was, "What does it stand for?" And I screwed it up.
Pro Football's Ultimate Fan Association.
There you go.
There you go. So, Pro Football Ultimate Fan Association. So, Sneaky, you want to know why you're not a part of it? I guess you're just not an Ultimate fan.
Well, you got to know the acronym at least. I mean,
you know what? Okay, and not to offend them, because someday I would hope it would be an honor to be, part of that group, and of course, in the same breath, with you, True Blue. But my wallet and my checking account says otherwise.
I'm gonna throw that wall behind you too.
Exactly.
No, it's fun, man. It's a camaraderie thing that you get along with everybody else. Make sure you know what you do is what you do, but look at the other teams, look at football, look at everything that you got, and it's pretty cool, man. Be with the other 31 teams and all the other fans and hang out and talk to trash when we're in person or when we're having phone conversations or text messages or whatever. But, keep it respectful. But at the same time, have a lot of fun because it's your time.
I unfortunately, Mickey, am not in that. I have not gotten my nomination yet, but I figured it just got lost in the mail. So.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to get in this, and when we're talking about super fandom and things like that, although I have taken over the scene by storm, I really don't have the longevity as some of these guys have. I mean, some of these guys have been doing this for a really long time. They're very ingrained in the community with charities and things like that. I do a lot for charity and such, and ultimately, it's only going to be a matter of time that I'm sure that they will ask. But at least I hope. I'm not patting myself on the back or anything like that. But it's ultimately it is an honor to get chosen by that group, and hopefully one day I will. But as of right now, like I says, I'm young in this group, and although I know all of them, and they know me, because as you know, I'm really shy and I keep to myself a lot. And I just
as do I. Yes.
And
Very camera
so
shy.
and they only like to show the handsome guys on TV, which is why they never put me on.
It's your when you turn green mode.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say this and I'll just throw this out there. I think for fans like myself that do not live in the areas of the teams, I think there's a handicap. I will say this. Jamie, he's been a fan all his life, an Eagles fan. True Blue has been a Dallas Cowboy fan all his life. I myself, I've been a Giants fan all my life as well, but I've been a fan in Arizona, and it's really hard to show your allegiance and your fandom. And now I live in Dallas, and I'm very fortunate to for social media and have the platform that I have, that hopefully I will get the recognition that I'll get through the what's the group called again?
PFUFA.
Bless you, that group.
Is that right?
And of course it would be an honor to be recognized. But as of right now, I'm honored and at this moment to be recognized for I hate saying following, and I hate saying fans, but to be recognized with the peeps that support me now with my merch and my the 3 a.m. water, the trophy people, the everything, and
I'm sure there are barbecue spots all throughout Dallas that are very happy that
exactly.
you are.
Exactly. Yep.
No.
Barbecue spots, breakfast joints, you name it, and they're really going to be thankful. October 9th, save the date at the Copper Penny Lounge. True Blue is going to be there. It's going. Hey, True Blue, we're gonna have a blast.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna have a blast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be in Carolina that week. I realize that now. October 9th has got a couple of things going on that day because I was supposed to do a charity event as well that I'm not going to be able to make it because I'm going to be in Carolina for that week.
I'll be on
right there.
So
Oh well, that's not so bad. But another day, since we're doubting different events.
Hold on
bam,
one second.
There you go. Here we are, Dallas on Monday Night Football. We're going to be there September 25th. Happens to be my cousin's birthday. We're going to be doing a live show. Hopefully it's going to be at Texas Live. If not, it might be at Sneaky's place. So,
we're at the Copper.
Yeah.
Hey, let me know. It could be there. I could put it together. I
have never been there, so I don't know anybody to be able to do that. I know I've been
all right.
Live,
hey,
but
I'll make a phone call. Consider it done. I'll make a phone call.
Can we back up for 1 second to the Ultimate Fan issue?
Sure.
I'd like to nominate myself as I've been a Washington football team fan now for 13 or 14 weeks.
We're actually at week 17.
Oh, 17 weeks. And, I'm not getting any younger, and I don't want this to happen posthumously, so I'm hoping maybe I can get nominated as well.
I second said nomination, and I want to speed up said nomination because no, he is not getting any younger. No.
I got a cardiologist appointment tomorrow. It could go either way.
And he could be like Otani. He could be in there for Washington or for New England. Who knows?
You know what? Guys,
I could come in here speaking Japanese next week. I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Guys, I just say we all should just come up with a certificate of appreciation and then just hand it to him. That's what we should do. Because think about it. It'll be Sneaky G-Man, True Blue, Philly Sports Guy, and Keith. Certificate of appreciation. Yeah, that's exactly.
Keith.
But so, anyways, I fully expect that. You know what your appreciation will be getting beat on that poker table when we go out for either the Pro Bowl or the draft next year as I win that bracelet.
I gotta find a way to be there if there's poker involved.
There's always poker involved in that area.
Keith, matter of fact,
poker with you guys.
Hey, if you find a way to come up there on the 25th, we might have an early game. Why wait?
Snap! Snap!
Why wait? Hey, matter of fact,
New England might be playing in Houston that week.
They could be.
I don't
Matter
know.
of fact, my wife, I'm talking to Mama Boss, see if she'll deal. As long as you guys tip nice, I can see if she'll deal.
Tips? What's that?
If you tip, and I'm talking about money.
I've been known to
exactly.
overtip. So
my tip. Don't look directly into the sun.
Yeah. I got one more kid. I got to go to college, so
I just turned into my grandfather.
Oh man,
it's just been an exciting week, huh?
It has been. We were talking about the breaking and entering, and also there was there was a little thing that came across my wire today about an ex-Eagle receiver who's put on some weight and is going to try to become a tight end in the NFL.
Wow.
And he's been an Eagle, I think, 3 times now. And he's
Nick Foles,
Jordan Matthews.
Jordan
Wow.
Matthews.
Jordan Matthews has put on, here it is, from Ian Rappaport. Veteran ex-wide receiver Jordan Matthews has added 15-plus pounds and will work out this weekend as a tight end for NFL scouts at the Hub Camp in San Diego. He attended TEU and has been working out in Nashville with a group of tight ends, including George Kittle and Robert Tonyan. He is repped by noted tight end agent Steve Carrick.
I did see a video on that earlier. Was that yesterday? Monday? No, what are we? Wednesday? Monday. I did see that with Kittle there, and there was two others. So that'd be interesting. I mean, he's got the talent, he's got the feet,
And he's got the hands, so he was able to catch the ball. I mean, he has made it. So, and it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder. What is the problem with the tight ends now that all of a sudden everybody thinks that they can become a tight end?
Well, no, what it is, people see the Kelseys, the Kittles, the Gronks. They think they could do the position. That's what they think they can go from wide receiver. They think they can go from quarterback, and they think they can play the position. That's all it is. In my opinion, and that's just my opinion.
My thought is that if you were a wide receiver and you started to lose the step, that one step or the breakaway step, wouldn't you want to become like a cornerback?
A cornerback? No, you don't know. Because a cornerback, you work on anticipation. It takes a lot of coordination, how to open the hips, how to maneuver the hip, because you're playing the receiver. And as a wide receiver, you're trying to get spacing.
Yeah.
A tight end, you're just trying to get in open spaces. Plus, you got to block.
Plus, you got a ball. It's one of the tougher positions to play in the NFL. I mean, in my mind, that's why there's not that many good ones. I mean, they're either good at blocking or they're good at catching. There's not that many that are good at the whole package.
It's also the toughness, being tough enough to be a tight end.
Exactly, yeah.
And Keith, you're so right, because when I interviewed Howard Cross, he told me in the beginning of his career he was a receiving tight end.
Yeah.
But towards the end of his career, after multiple injuries, he was more of a blocking tight end because of his injuries. So you're right. You're right about that.
The other thing, like I was saying too, as a tight end, as you alluded to, Jamie, was the hands. But you got to remember, these guys got to have the feet. The routes.
Yeah.
So while he may have great hands, his feet are probably what's going to get him that position.
I feel like that the best thing that the tight end can do is actually go off the block, where you actually push off and then you go on your route. That's the biggest deal, that you're going to take that as a tight end more than any other receiver on the field, that you are going to get the stop right away, that you are going to be met at the line, and that you have to get off of that block or off of that, that hit and be able to start on your route. And that's what I think is the biggest deal with a tight end. And you need to have a little bit of weight behind you, which obviously he has, because now he looks like he's pregnant. So I'm really busting his balls. I really don't have any. Doesn't look like he's pregnant. But
yeah, and the thing in the NFL is the toughness. You got to be tough at that position. I mean, you saw the hits that Zach Ertz took over the middle. Jason Witten busted spleen. I mean, these guys are getting hit going over that middle area. So toughness is a big. So while you might have the hands, you might have the feet, you better have that toughness in your back pocket, because that is one tough position.
And when you got one of those guys, it's an awesome weapon. When you got a Jason Witten in his prime, or Ertz in his prime, or Gronk healthy in his prime, there weren't that many. Unfortunately, Gonzalez, great one too.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I said before the draft that the guy who will have the most impact in this draft was going to be Kyle
From
Pitts.
Florida. Yep.
Kyle Pitts, but
yeah.
he's not going to go number one in the draft, obviously. But he is going to be I think, have the
He's gonna
most
make a big difference. Yeah, that's a two coverage.
The biggest immediate difference.
Yeah.
Right there. I think that I agree. I kind of agree with that. Other than Devontae Smith, who may have been a giant if it wasn't for the Cowboys trading with us.
Well, I love Devontae Smith, so I won't disagree with you there.
We'll see what Tony does. I still think Tony's going to be a major impact overall.
Who?
Kadarius Toney.
Who?
Wide receivers from Florida.
Yeah, from Florida. Our number one draft pick, where we got not only our pick, but we got another number one. Yeah.
Oh, that means you'll have two next year?
Yeah, we'll have two number ones. Yeah.
We have two already, and we'll probably have three.
Probably. What is?
Well,
but you don't have one. So
no, we have two already, and we'll probably have three.
But probably let's don't count the egg in the bush yet.
Oh no, because we might have two number twos as well, or three number ones and one number two, or two number ones and two number twos.
Just get it first, and then count it.
You know.
Just get it first. Just get it first. Just
if you have your own pick, you're going to have a really high.
That was kind of like their motto last year, right? That we got to win first before we get to the playoffs. Yeah, not hope that some other team wins to make it there. Right?
No, we're just going to let the Philly game speak for itself.
That's a way of saying, well, they could have won.
No, we're going to let the Philly game speak for itself.
Who won this division last year anyway?
Oh man,
it was funny because somebody asked me for a hot take the other day, and I'm like, a hot take? I said, I don't know if I have a hot take. They're like, well, who do you think's going to win the division? I said, I don't know. I think that the Eagles could possibly make the playoffs, but I don't think they win the division. I think that the division is going to be won by a different team. They go, well, who do you think's going to win it? And I'm like, I don't know. So he goes, well, do you think Fitzpatrick is going to do it with Washington? I think Washington's got the chance. I said, no, I don't think Fitzpatrick's going to do it. I think Fitzpatrick's going to wind up getting benched for Heineke. And Heineke may take him to the playoffs. And they said, now that's a hot take. So
I agree with
that is something, if that kid does come back up and step up to be the starter of a game. And it could happen. We've all seen it before.
Hey, well, I mean, he played pretty well against Tom. You know what I mean? Did. And like I said, that Superman jump into the end zone made me root for him.
Well, I'll tell you what, he looked good. He had some good flashes. And I'll tell you right now, had he would have beat Tom Brady, if he would have beat Tom Brady, even lost in the next round.
I'm not going to put anything against the kid, but he played in an empty stadium. That makes a big difference.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So let's see him play in a full stadium with a full crowd in an away game, and let's see where he takes him.
Are you saying he might look like DiNucci?
DiNucci didn't have near a crowd.
But he did have some crowd because you were there. And so was I.
I was there, but I mean,
that was a tough game to watch in general.
Let the game speak for itself.
They should have played his uncle Dominic DiNucci, actually, the ex-pro wrestler. I think that had a better shot.
Yeah,
I think that they should have probably kept making pizzas. Is what he should have been doing.
No. This is what DiNucci told his team. This is how I feel about the flag. You know how I feel about the flag.
I wish he would.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot on my mind about that game and his good and how the Cowboys play calling impacted that game. But it is what it is, and he is, I think, the fourth quarterback on the team right now, and I don't think he will be there by the start of the season. Unless he does something really, really extraordinary to open the eyes.
How did he? How did he? How did he end up on the team in the first place? And I'm not saying that to beat him down. I'm just asking.
McCarthy,
Oh, okay, okay.
Coach McCarthy in the 7th round of that draft. He knew the kid, so he said, "I'll take him."
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of those things, and it's just like every other team, the 3rd, 4th quarterback coming in. You're just an extra arm right now for training camp.
Right.
But like I said, a lot of these quarterbacks got to prove themselves, and hence why they're trying to turn themselves into tight ends. Because if they can't make it in one spot, why not try out for another?
I remember when Tom Brady was just another arm in the camp, by the way.
Yeah. And then who was that jet? Who was that jet that knocked out Bledsoe?
It was
Ooh, that was a brutal hit.
the linebacker.
Was it Codwell?
No. I got his name right on the tip of my tongue. Damn it.
Not Gastineau, right?
No. Gastineau was already retired a long time before that. Man. Anyway, he's the MVP of the 20-year dynasty.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, Kraft should send him all 6 rings.
Mo Lewis sound right?
Was it? It wasn't the one that. No, it wasn't the one that said "can't wait." No, that was years after.
I feel like it was Mo Lewis.
Was it Mo Lewis?
I don't know, but I mean that hit was vivid, and it's still just.
Yeah, Mo Lewis, definitely Mo Lewis. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I'm glad. Hey, I'm glad I didn't bet my beard.
We joke about that, and Drew Bledsoe almost died that night.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
I realized it.
Nobody knew he was hurt. Going back in the game.
Well, if it wasn't for his trainer, he was like, "Hey, you coming with us?"
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. I wonder if Drew Bledsoe ever wears that Super Bowl ring.
I'll bet he does.
You think so?
I do.
Yeah, of course.
I do. You know what? Again, you guys know some of my other allegiances. I really think that in a lot of ways, Drew Bledsoe was the MVP of that Super Bowl team because he didn't make a stink the way a lot of guys would have with the way things went down when he came back from that injury. Kept it in house.
Well, that one interview, he said the way he answered that, I look forward to competing for my job.
Yeah, but
other than that, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Didn't he win the
championship game? Came in
right.
AFC championship.
So to his credit, he was ready to play when they needed him in the second half of that game when Brady got hurt.
And then they put Brady back in there again.
I would say he's wearing that ring to sell that wine he has. I mean, literal wine.
I forgot he played for your team. I forgot he was even down.
Oh my God! Well, ain't that funny though? Because he gets replaced by Brady, and then he plays for Parcells and get replaced by Romo.
Yeah.
Well, they interviewed him. They did interview him, and you know what he said. Everybody knows how I feel about this country.
I wish he would. I wish he would.
It's funny that Bledsoe, the figurine, my toys that I have collecting. That's one of the ones I'm still hesitant to purchase.
You gotta have it. Everybody needs Bledsoe.
Yeah, I know. That's just one of the ones I'm hesitant to purchase. I'm just like. I think in my mind, to me, he's still a New England guy, and he will always be a New England guy.
I agree with you, by the way. So,
yeah,
let's talk about ex-New England quarterbacks. I heard that the Tampa Bay Lightning have a restraining order against Brady to stay away from all functions having to do with the Stanley Cup.
I think they have a restraining order from him attending on the water.
Yeah, anything to do with the cup itself. They're afraid what will happen.
And organic tequila.
Yeah,
he ain't going to be throwing the Stanley Cup anywhere.
Yeah,
that'd have been the most hysterical thing if that went in the drink. Because that river. Sneaky left. That river is deep.
Yeah, it's Seeing what they were talking about, yeah, it sure is. if that's the first time he's had that much fun. I mean, you can visually see that that was the first time he actually let go.
Well, you had a
Yeah.
Mick Ultra Light before then. You could tell he was liquored up. He had one Ultra Light or something because he hadn't had a beer in 15 years.
Yeah, well, it was the organic tequila that he was drinking. Damn
Yeah.
It's always the organic tequila. We can always blame the tequila.
Yeah, tequila's always to blame.
Tequila's up front.
I hear you. But
oh man. So what was this breaking and entering that you guys were discussing?
Richard Sherman.
Oh, Richard Sherman.
Uh-oh. I saw it on the wire from Chef, but didn't know anything about it. I was just like,
well, that's really, I didn't know much about it either, other than the fact that he had gotten arrested and he was denied bail initially. I don't know that he's still denied bail.
Oof. That's not good, huh?
No. I know that the Eagles were considering him, but I don't know that they're considering him anymore.
Yeah, so were the Cowboys.
That's what I said. Now he's a Cowboy.
Mm.
Now that he got arrested, he definitely is a Cowboy. No, he fit right in with that team.
I think more Houston.
If he'd actually killed somebody, he probably would have been a Raven, but maybe that's
right.
Dang.
So
maybe that's too harsh, but
that's the way it works.
I'm not going to speak ill of anybody till all the facts come out.
Exactly correct.
I got a problem with that guy worrying about deflated footballs when what went down with him. So anyway, I got a little axe to grind with this Lewis, but don't tell him because I don't want him coming to my house.
Right. You don't want to break and enter in his place.
No.
So, anyways, guys, the hour is up. I know that True Blue was only here for a few minutes, and Sneaky has disappeared. So, I'll say, oh no, I won't. So I guess we won't hear from Sneaky saying, "Let's go anything." he already is going. So, but anyways, everybody, I appreciate you guys for stopping in with us on another Wednesday night on the NFC East show. We will be back next Wednesday talking about how the Eagles are going to make it to the Super Bowl this year and knock out everybody else. That's right. That's right, Dallas. It is Nacho year again. It is Nacho year again.
No more organic tequila for you.
But everybody, have a great night, and we will see you guys next Wednesday. Take care, everybody.
Have a good one, everyone.